key for Tennessee is just making sure that the insurance commissioner does their job in not just passively reviewing the rates, but really asking, okay, what is it that you are looking for here? Why would you need very high premiums? And my expectation is that they'll come in significantly lower than what's being requested.
President Obama at a town hall meeting in Tennessee back in July talking Obamacare and how he did not expect that premiums would rise as much as the insurance companies are requesting. But in 2016, 10 states will see double-digit increases in premiums under Obamacare. Among those 10, the state of Montana just announced that close to 42,000 people will face increased rates, and that news leaves one United States senator very disappointed and concerned. That aforementioned senator joins us now from Capitol Hill via Skype. He's Steve Daines of Montana. Senator Daines serves on the Senate Committee on Appropriations. So we just heard what President Obama had to say back in Tennessee during the state of July. Forget cost shifting. It sounds like the president is involved in blame shifting on this.
Well, I would challenge President Obama to jump on Air Force One and come out to Montana and stand up and explain to Montanans why our commissioner, I've got the facts in front of me here, JD. The Montana Commissioner of Securities and Insurance published our approved rates for the state of Montana for next year. These are now approved by the commissioner. The average rate increases across all plans are ranging between 22 and 34%. Now, I'd like to have him explain how that all works for the average Montanan, because it doesn't. This is directly affecting the great people of my home state, and this is an example, yet again, of these lies, these promises that were made by President Obama about rates going down in your plans if you like them. It's all turning out not to be true.
And mindful of that, since the president's in office for another year, we won't see another president until 2017. What can be done in the Senate and elsewhere to put the kibosh on these massive rate increases?
Yeah, well, the discussions we're having right now are looking at a legislative tool called reconciliation. This is take another shot here at stopping Obamacare. It's something we will look at in the budgeting process in the next few months as a way here to stop Obamacare. The challenge we face here is we're going to be a year from now. If we don't stop Obamacare a year from now, our Commissioner of Securities in Montana will be probably giving us the same news, looking at the rates that will go up. Will go up anytime the government takes over a sixth of the economy, takes over the healthcare system, prices go up, and the quality of care goes down. That's what we're seeing currently across this country, certainly my home state of Montana.
Obviously, there are concerns with Obamacare. The latest poll from Rasmussen says 52% of voters view it unfavorably, and yet on the campaign trail, Donald Trump last night on 60 Minutes on CBS talked about health care for everyone, seeming to describe a one-payer system. One political observer was led to react and say that's more socialistic than Obamacare. Your assessment of what Mr. Trump is proposing?
Well, that's headed in exactly the wrong direction. A one-payer system is the wrong direction. We need to move back to the principles of free markets and choice, ultimately freedom for the American people. Allow the American people to make that choice around where we want to get our health care insurance from, not being dictated by the government. The one-payer system is moving down a path of European-style medicine. So I scratch my head around why he would promote that when that is going exactly the wrong direction we need to head.
Steve, about a minute left now. We make note of the fact that both President Obama and Russia's President Putin addressed the UN General Assembly today. Our president called out the Russian leader by name on several occasions during his speech. Do you think this is something that should have happened 5 years ago instead of in the final year of the Obama administration? About 45 seconds.
This is another example of President Obama leading from behind. He's late to the party. What we're seeing, the unraveling of the Middle East, seeing the Middle East on fire, is a result of this president's failure to lead. Think about this. If we were to take a poll and ask which countries are now in better position, a better relation to the United States than they did before this president took office, I can think of two. It'd be Iran and Cuba.
Mercy. On that note, Steve Daines, we will have to leave it there. Senator, you have our thanks. As we discuss politics and policy, it's worth noting that one of the GOP candidates continues to rise in the polls. That would be Dr. Ben Carson. And you can get your copy of Dr. Carson's New York Times best-selling book, One Nation, What We Can All Do to Save America's Future, by calling 1-800-485-4350 or going to newsmax.com/Ben.